Hello you guys, my name is Marco, and guess what? We're getting closer to Halloween. I got my coffee with my skull cup, and guess what we're going to be doing today? We're going to be talking about my recommendation on horror films that you can watch on Halloween. Now, there are some films out there that I want to make that are horror, but those are personal picks for me that I feel a strong connection to them that I want to watch. But that's something that's going to be later after Halloween just because they're just my personal preference. But when it comes to like movies that I would recommend watching on Halloween. Oh man. What the? Shit. Hey Shawn. Are you going to help me? There's some zombies in here. You know, it's dead zombies. Shawn. Zombies. Shawn. Dead. Zack Snyder. Is it a good idea? I feel like it is. So, on this first one, it's called Shaun of the Dead. Now, this is a remake, so you can watch the original if you would like to. But this one is Shaun of the Dead. And basically, this movie takes place in a, at a mall, right? Takes place at a mall, and it's very zombie-like, trapped in the mall. There's certain characters there, and this one, typically when you have zombies like all like dead and they're walking like, you know, they're mummy or like they're struggling to walk or something like that, we need your brains out. This is more like a virus type of zombie, meaning that they run, they have this adrenaline, and they're just going crazy and they want to eat you. And overall, like, they do have zombies that are just, they're walking around because they're inside a mall. So they look over it and they see the zombies and just walking. But once they get out, obviously the zombies going to be there. This movie, I feel like it's a classic. And I feel like it's a goodie one to watch if you're into zombies. I've not been sleeping for this past week. Why? There's this guy. He keeps haunting me in my sleep. He calls himself Freddy. You know, I don't know. I just read in the papers this guy named Freddy Krueger that passed away in a burning, building. And now I kind of see this guy, his face all burned, and I don't know what's happening. He says he wants to kill me. He wears gloves, and his gloves have claws on them. I feel like it's a nightmare. And this is why Nightmare on Elm Street. Now this movie, yes, it's a classic, it's a goodie one. They did make a remake of it, like a more HD version, looking good version. You can watch that one if you want to, but the classic ones are the goodie ones. This is a monster, a creature, a person that lives and haunts you in your dreams, and it becomes a nightmare. So it's really interesting watching these characters in the movie, trying to figure out if they're gonna kill him or what's gonna happen. For instance, this movie is a goodie Halloween classic, and I am all for it, so yeah. I was watching TV the other day, and they were advertising this doll. It's a doll, they call them the Good Guys. It had a Good Guys thing. Pretty weird. Damn Good Guys. And this kid, I heard that this kid, he called that doll Chucky. And I was thinking, why do you call him Chucky? And I was thinking, oh yeah, the orange hair, right? It's a really small, it reminds me of Chucky from the Rugrats. I can see that. But no, this doll was different. And this is why. It's this next one, because he was playing with it. It's called Child's Play. And this is a movie where the main character's name is Chucky. It's basically a movie about a doll that comes to life and wants to kill and do rampage or whatever. The film itself, I think is pretty good, right? I love the first one, the classic one. They did a whole bunch of remakes of them. They did the Seed of Chucky, and regardless you think about them, I feel like the first one is really good because they do kind of show the origin of Chucky and stuff like that. And the other ones, they kind of try to or something like that, do it differently, which is really weird because I remember seeing Chucky, watching it. Yeah, it looks good, but there's certain areas when you're like, wait a minute, it's like that movie is kind of like you need to watch the other ones. I don't know. To me, the classic ones are where it's at. Look, I hear that there's some people out there that are terrified of clowns. Now, I don't know what is it. Did they have bad experience when they were a kid? Or what's happening? I just don't get it. They think that the clowns are terrifying, even though clowns are supposed to make you happy and stuff like that, make you feel good. You know, they're like the thing of the party, right? They're like thing. It's like the clown does the trick, does the balloon, the thing. But then they capitalized on this. And they created a character named Pennywise to start in a movie called It. Now It, right? It is a film that I think is, the name It, it's just weird. It's weird because you put It, it's like, it what? I don't know. But they do have the character and his name is Pennywise. There's the goody one, which is the classic, which is the one with their, basically there's two versions of it. You have two films. One, it's in the film itself, comes out a character, it's a clown, and is similar to the idea of Freddy Krueger. He does live on dreams, not so much. It's kind of like he's real, but he only appears throughout kids, and that's it. Adults, they don't, but he does kill, and things do happen. The adults are like, huh, I guess what's happening here? I don't know. But there's that. But this is a secondary version where those kids get a little bit older. And when they get a little bit older, there's that. And it still takes on the exact same thing. Figure out what they're going to do with clown characters, stuff like that. But there is an oldie one. And there's also a much fresher new one. To me, the newer ones, I haven't really seen it. I've seen the older ones. New ones haven't had a chance to see it, so I gotta put that note there. And I'm just assuming that's very similar to the older ones, except for like a little bit more HD. But the character Pennywise overall, like I said, both of them are terrifying. Like this one, the classic one, looks like a simple clown, really great, but with terrifying certain things. And then this one, it's more like the redefined HD version. It is like a clown. It is a little bit more redefined, but also they added a little bit more horror elements. And you guessed it, people were scared shitless from Pennywise, the original classic one. And this newer one, I don't know how they feel about it, but regardless, I'm not afraid of clowns. And also, if you are afraid of clowns and you want to conquer your fears, or you want to watch something that's scary, and if you're afraid of clowns, then there you go. Clown movie. What the hell? What the hell's wrong with my TV? It's all static. Well, what's happening? I feel like I'm hearing voices. Huh? What? That's weird. And this goes with my next movie. This one is called Poltergeist, or Poltergeist or something like that. I'm not so sure. This movie is a paranormal activity type of movie. Not Paranormal Activity, the movie. I'm talking about that type of genre. It's a spiritual and stuff like that, and it's very, very good. I feel like, personally me, it is on Netflix, if you're wondering. Personally me, it does, there's certain things that just look like this film. Look, man, it is a horror film. You can take it what it is, but there are certain parts, in my opinion, that look a little bit cheesy. There's a little like acting or movement that look a little bit funny and cheesy, but overall I like that. So you know what, it's horror, it is a little bit cheesy because it is older, but it is a really good film and I really do like it. You know, it's about this girl who gets trapped inside this TV, static TV or something like that, because I can't remember exactly. And then they bring in this people about the spiritual world, and they talk about how to bring her back or something like that. This movie has been parodied like a lot of times, but it is horror and it is a classic and it is a goodie one. So yeah. Okay. You know what? I have a package here. I need to deliver it. Where's the address? Oh, there's a mountain. There's a big mansion. It's all black and horror. The number lines up. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Okay? Have a package for you. What is, here. A family walks in, opens up the door, and they call themselves the Addams Family. And this is my recommendation for my next movie. Addams Family. I feel like it's a goodie one and a classic one. I've seen it. I loved it. There's that. But you need to understand which one am I referring to, because there's a bunch of them. The original one, I believe, came out in 1940s, 50s, or 60s, somewhere around there. It's black and white. That's the OG, old school. The one that I watched came in 1992, which that one I feel like is a goodie one. Then they made a second one, which I still need to see. There's that. And then after that, I don't know if they made a third one of that, which I don't know if they did. But then they made another version, because the first one in 1992 came with that, which the one I saw. The second one came with the same cast, the same actors, whatever. And when they made the third one, it was different cast, different actor, and it was way different. And then they made, I believe, 2019, they made an animation version of it, which I didn't really see. I don't know, there's that. The ones I recommend is the 1992. That one's a goodie one. And then the second one, which I still need to see. It's a really good film. It revolves against this family that's very dark and dark, but at the same time not so dark. It's like everything that is bad and dark and everything like that, they love it. They think it's great. And they live in a mansion. It's dark. And certain things happen. But yeah. So now I'm going to give you guys another scary horror film. This one is called Scream. Now Scream is not a film that comes to like a monster or a creature or somebody that has like horror elements that goes into your dreams, whatever. It's kind of like more it's a film about a character, kind of like not like a murder, kind of like a murder or something like that, because it does have horror elements to it, but it's more like, a guy is trying to kill you or something like that, kind of like a hack and slash, but without the powers, like, for instance, Jason, he never dies, and Freddy Krueger is in your mind, and, and Chucky is in a doll. It's not like that. I feel like it's very good. I've seen the first one. That's the one I like. The second one, I feel like I've seen it, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I just like the first one. That's my personal opinion. So there's that one. Now, this other one is a film called Insidious. Now, I saw the first one. The second one I haven't. Insidious is basically, it's like a jump scare type of movie. But I feel like it's one of those movies that it is a jump scare. But it is one of those films that when it comes to the jump scares, they hit you, but on places where you least expect it. So if you are scared or whatever, it's like, if you feel like, oh, jump scare movies, they don't really get to it because I'm expecting it. Well, if you watch this movie, there's certain areas where you expected the jump scare to start, they don't go there. It comes out somewhere else, And also it's about, a family, and it's about the ideas of going inside dreams, stuff like that. So it's like one person's dream is very interesting. And the creature itself, personally me, it's not so scary when you finally get to see him. My opinion, could be terrifying as hell. But that's just how it is. But regardless, this is jump scare done. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of jump scare movies because, I don't know, I just feel like it's like lazy and whatever. But this film, they actually put a little thought on about it. There's that. So there's two last films. The first one, you're in the woods, in a cabin, right? You bring all your friends and everything like that, and it's great. It's having an amazing time, alright? Then you see this guy with a hockey mask, and you're thinking, what's this guy? And he starts killing everyone that you brought along with you, and you're terrified as hell. And you just realize it's Friday, and it's the 13th. I heard 13 is a bad number. But this film is Friday the 13th. This one is a goodie one. There is the series that came out, I don't know if it was the 70s or 80s, somewhere around there. Those ones are really good. They are kind of oldish, but they are really good. But there is a much more newer version of it that came out in 2009. That one is good. There is a little bit of a sex scene, just to warn you. On that version. The other ones, I can't remember. I feel like there are some, but I don't know. But there's that one, and they have made probably some short film, something about the snow or something. I forgot the name of it, of Jason, and they made 2 versions of that, and that one's like 30 minutes long. You can find it on YouTube. Just find, I don't know, there's a channel called Dead Meat, and he reviews movies. So there's that one. That was pretty good. And the other one, I cannot stop and mention. How can I make a horror video without mentioning The Exorcist? The Exorcist, there's a lot of, here's the thing, this movie to me is not really like scared of me because I know it's fake and I know all these things, but they take a lot of cues, a lot of good camera work, a lot of good lighting, and a lot of good setups and stuff like that, and that's what I like about this film. It's really good, it's really well done, and yeah. Okay, so that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. These kind of recommendations, if you guys like them, it's good. If you guys don't, then just go watch another video or another video that will recommend you stuff. That's about it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys later, and bye.